What's up, Slackers? Thank you for coming to Late for Practice. I'm your host, Will. Today, we are joined by a newcomer to MLR, somebody whose career you're probably really excited about, and a rising star. Got Jesse Hamilton. Jesse, thank you for coming on the show.
Honored to be here.
Too nice, too kind. No, man, we wanted to have you on because you had a ball-out game against New York last year, man. You had, what was it? It was like 15 tackles.
Yeah.
Over 100 yards of running with the ball, and a pretty sweet try, man. That one-handed grab to get that into the try zone, that's fantastic. That's sweet.
Yeah, no, that game, just getting picked for that game overall, it meant so much to me. Just, starting from where I started from, it's literally a dream come true. Literally.
That's awesome. How does a kid from Santa Barbara, find rugby?
All right, so it was my cousins. Literally, after football season, they were like, he told me, just come to one rugby practice and I won't bother you again. And I was like, you know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So I came to one practice, and from then on, literally just haven't missed since. I fell in love with it day one, and it took me places that I never thought I'd be. Like here, I never thought about coming to Utah.
What were your parents pretty supportive when you decided that's what I want to do? I want to start playing rugby, or was it kind of a hard fought kind of thing?
All right, so my mom, she was on the fence at first. She, of course, she didn't know what it was, and then once I showed her some clips of what goes down in rugby, she was like, well, I don't know about this right here, but I told her I don't know. I guess you just gotta trust me with this one. I feel like I'm good at it. I feel like I can do it, and I feel like I can excel at this. And since that moment on, she's been on my side ever since, as a mother should. But even outside of being a mother, she's just been on my side so much. I'm really blessed to have that lady in my life, for her to be pushing me the way she does every single time we talk on the phone, every time I see her in person. Yeah, she's been a part of my journey so much ever since we were little kids playing Pop Warner football. But yeah, so her with rugby, now she's like a rugby fan. She can't wait to come out to all the games that she can. And now, yeah, my whole family is just now into it. They're literally in it with me. Yeah, they're so sold on it. They love it.
You play winger. That's what you're listed at. What in your mind does a winger do for the team? What is their role on the pitch? How's that all work out for you?
All right, so to me, when I hear the word winger and what is he supposed to do for a team, he's supposed to finish, I believe. He finishes tries, finishes games. He puts people away at times. And also just a big help. That back three rotation is pretty big. You got to be able to rotate it right. And I'm still learning myself, which I love. There's always room for improvement. But yeah, I love just being around, being that guy to score, last guy with the ball in hand, scoring that try most of the time. I love to even put guys away on the edge. If I'm not the last guy touching it, I love to see my teammates just go and dot that thing down over the line.
What are you most excited about coming into Utah? What have you learned last year that you're excited about implementing this year?
Oh, just how much a team really cares matters. Yeah, like I said, I got my opportunity last year, so I got a taste of it. And now if I can get even more of a taste this year and do my part and then actually just play my role on a team and put my work in where I'm supposed to put my work in, I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds, the whole 2024.
Who were the players that taught you the most, mentored you the most, gave you the most kind of stuff to chew on and figure out?
All right, so right here, it's a couple of them.
Okay.
If I'm honest. So I got to go Sione Mae, great guy. I love that kid. Tamasi Tonga, of course, another great guy. I love that guy right there. Joe Mano, I've had the chance to be taught by him. I'm not gonna say he's a man of few words, but when you get him, you got him. He's got you. Caleb Mockney, another guy. He played such a big role in getting me and advancing me to where I am, and just having those little subtle reminders of always put the work in, do this, to pay attention to the details and all that. Another one, El Capitan, Bailey Wilson. I love that guy right there. It's being a young guy and just coming in. I think he's really good with the new guys. I think letting everybody fit in, chopping it up with you when he can, and also just giving little tips here and there. But yeah, very appreciative of those guys right there, I can say.
So I know that you played with the U23 San Diego Selects.
Yes.
Who were the coaches and staff that you played under? I saw that Ryan Mattias was probably a big part of that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Who else was there and who else trained you up in that area?
I'd say Jack Wiggins from San Diego. He was a good guy. Jack Wiggins. Yeah, so Ryan was there. Nate, I could say Nate Osberger. I didn't have the most time with him, but the time we had together, he's taught me a lot. Being there, I even saw Will Hooley, Joe Peterson. Those guys taught me about the boot, putting it on the boot correctly, the form and what it takes. Of course, the head coach Danny Lee being over there, accepting me into the team, letting me be there all around. But yeah, I'd say those guys right there, that group of guys, they definitely taken care of me for sure.
What are some of the biggest takeaways that these coaching staffs have offered to you as a person or as a player?
All right, so they offered me honestly just an opportunity, and I can't be more grateful than that. More grateful than that. Just having that opportunity in front of me, they provided me with the basics, the housing, being around the guys, allowing me to be there. I have to say, I've grown a lot because of the coaches I've had in my time. Even if they played a small part or big part, it's still they've literally leveled me up so much. Like I said, I'm grateful for them.
I have heard your rising to the Warriors has actually kind of been a little tumultuous at times, but maybe not tumultuous is not the right word, but there's been some things that you've had to overcome. Tell me about what you've had to overcome to actually make that roster.
All right, so having to overcome I'm at the level where everyone is good. These guys are good. To me, in my eyes, these guys are great. But overcoming, just staying in the mental battles of not being selected for games, being a select player, just being young. If I had to say, those things right there can take a toll on someone, but I'm glad that I was able to stay in it mentally all season long. Some guys tap out halfway through when they're not getting selected for games. 3/4 through, not getting selected for games. I went all the way to the very last game, and I just wanted to help my teammates. I wanted to help my teammates be the best them when they go out. Help the team be the best team, give them the best, just be that body in front to where, all right, we're working harder at practice than in the games, so the games come really easy when it comes down to it.
How did you go from doing the U23 in San Diego to then coming out here to Utah? How did that happen?
I was at Legion Academy, and from there, I was selected for the USA Academy, and that's where I met Sione Mahe. We were actually roommates for 2 months down at the OTC, and we grinded those 2 months. We grew, and he told me that he was going to be a Warrior when he got back, and that was just the coolest thing to me. I was like, bro, you're going to be literally a professional player. Well, for all of us, almost, you're going to be a professional player. I just can't give that. I can't fathom that around my head. Bro, he was really the coolest person on earth to me at that moment. And And so he told me that they're having a Crossroads Cup. He told me early, he's like, if you can, he's like, try to come to Utah to get in this tournament. And I was like, at the first, I was like, whoa, like Utah's a far place. I've never been outside of California before this. Maybe to like Vegas or something like that, but Utah's been the farthest I would have been outside of home. And so I was like, all right, you know what? Let me think about that. Like I said, we were roommates, so we've talked about it often. And so after our USA U23 Academy, the day was there. And he's like, do you want to come with me or not? I was like, you know what? I'm in. Wholeheartedly, let's do this. I'll give it my all. I'll literally try to go make it on my own out there. And not knowing anyone but him, yeah, I called the San Diego coaches. I've called, my mentors in life. I called my family to see if this was a good decision for me. Everybody was on board for me. Luckily, I'll say I'm really blessed to have these people in my life who give me all these, I can say, examples and give me so much guidance. I took a leap of faith. I had to say I took a leap of faith. And luckily, I've landed on my feet, and I was able to keep going.
When you went to Norco,
yeah.
Did you play rugby there, I take it, as well?
Yeah.
How many years did you play there? Like, what did you learn? Who did you play against? All that kind of stuff, because it's a D2 college, right?
Yes, it was. It was D2. I think this year they got bumped up to D1. So when I first, this crazy story, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so my senior year of high school, Roosevelt High School, we went undefeated. My senior year, my rugby team went undefeated. But the year before that, our rival school went undefeated. And so going into, I believe, 2020, I got a call from my old high school coach, my old club coach. And I was going into football after high school. I was going to do football. I didn't even think about playing rugby in college or if that was even an option for me. So he calls me and he's like, I have an opportunity if you want to play with us at Norco College. We're going to make a team and we're going to win a championship. And I was like I was going into football, so I was kind of on the edge. I was like, let me think about this, coach. So I think I took like a day. I called him back. I told him I'm in. Literally, his son already had calling, he's emailing the president of the school. They're getting things in line. They're getting everything on track to make this rugby team. And so we came together as, how I like to say it, like a super team. Given that we both were undefeated, like those two teams joined up. And we came to the league 2020 D2. And I think we only lost our very first game. That's the only game I've lost in college, I believe.
No way.
Yeah, and so we had a preseason. I think we lost to Azusa Pacific, which they weren't even they shouldn't have played us, honestly. But it was a good game. We put up a good fight against them. We learned from that. So 2021 comes around, and we're back at it. We're in the grind. We know we're a championship team. And so first COVID took the first national championship from us, unfortunately. And so we get another run at it. We come out league champs both years, undefeated season our second year. We go all the way to nationals. We're playing, I think our very first game we've played as a team was UCSD. Yeah, UCSD. We lost to them, and then that kind of just woke us up for the next 2 years. We're like, we're not losing again.
Not doing that again.
Yeah, we're not losing again. We played a couple teams. Who else have we played? We played UCSD. We played Claremont. UCR. They're like our crosstown rivals. USC. We played USC. That was a good game. Pepperdine. Who else? There was a couple more teams that actually gave us a good competition. These games definitely weren't easy. Some easier than others, but these games definitely weren't just handed to us. And so, yeah. But The run we made for our national championship when I was there, it was literally we bought in since the beginning. We all circled up one big circle, and we just confessed to each other like our biggest secrets. We confessed to each other like we trust each other, and this year is the year for us that we're actually going to do it, and we're actually going to go make history. We're actually going to go win something, bring back to the school, to keep this program going, because we believe so much that we were the underdogs. We had no choice but to believe it was all or nothing right now in those moments. And so luckily we did. We played the University of Dallas in our national championship, and that was such a great time. Just being out there in Texas, getting to travel. I think that was our first time actually traveling as a team, like far out anywhere, outside, like even just outside of California. And it was an amazing experience. I can't lie. That whole thing like rates number one in my head every time I think of rugby. Yeah.
That's awesome. You came up with the same coach that you had through high school to go on and win that championship. That's so amazing. That's really cool. How did the U23 USA pick you up from your college time? Was there a call or somebody came out to watch one of the games? Like, what happened there?
I believe some guys. We went to a couple. Me and a couple of my teammates. We all just wanted to just keep going, just better ourselves. So we went to a couple of talent ID camps. Some farther than others, but we were there. And every single time we had a chance to be there, we were there. I'll even say some of the dudes that were hurt, they were showing up still. Just because, hey, let these dudes get their eyes on you. These coaches get their eyes on you at least. See what you look like. They can put a face to a name. Because what we're doing, we're not just small time right now. People are watching. People are now looking us up. People are now wanting to see who we are. And so I'll say the talent ID camps definitely helped. And honestly, I think my coaches are just really well connected within the rugby community. I believe some calls were made, and so they put me in a lot of positions to succeed. It was all on me just to put the work in there.
What advice would you be giving to some kid in high school right now that like thinks rugby is really cool but doesn't know if there's like a future in it?
Keep going. If I'm honest, if you're happy with where your career is, whether coming out of high school, coming out of college, if you're happy with where your career is, okay. But if you're striving for more and you know you can make it, keep going. Don't let nothing stop you. It's going to be times where it seems like you're working in the dark. Those are the times that you're literally crafting yourself. You're making the best you possible. Keep going. There's light at the end of the tunnel, definitely, every single time.
With being at the Crossroads Cup, playing for the Bull Moose, right?
Yes, up the moose.
Playing for the Bull Moose. You spent now you're here for a whole year in Utah. What are some of your takeaways from the organization? Some of the takeaways from the Selects organization? What are some of the things that like stick with you or stick out to you?
Okay, so with the Crossroads Cup, I think that's a phenomenal idea. Gets the local guys going. It gets everybody in the mood. And just Utah is a beautiful place. 4 different games in 4 different areas. You get to see what's around you. I think the organization that will stick with me being Utah built. I know Coops brought that in last year. And I think that's one thing that really keeps me going when I'm actually, when I'm in the mud, when I'm in the sticks with it. Being Utah built is being different. I believe that's something that will stick with me for forever, no matter where I go. Being built up by my organization, having the trust in me to come every day and do what I need to do. It's amazing. I think Utah in general is a good place. Good people all around. Everyone's happy to be here. Everybody wants to see you succeed. And so just that camaraderie comes with it, everything.
How'd you pick rugby over doing football. You said that your plans were to actually do football in college, but then you switched. I mean, besides the coaches calling you and telling you everything, why rugby over other sports?
If I'm honest, I feel like when I played rugby, I was free. I was able to do what I want. I got to run the ball. I got to tackle. I got to I got to experience all these great teammates. That was a really big one for me. The camaraderie that comes with it. I know everyone says it that the camaraderie is just different. It really is. Um, being a part of something that's just bigger than me, if I'm honest. With everyone buying into a common goal of winning, a common goal of putting the work in. I think rugby really allows me to be me. It allows everyone to be them, no matter what position you play.
Is there something specific that sets out in your path that you have a goal already in mind for the next season?
And honestly, getting to just compete with the boys every single day, getting to compete with them at practice, getting to have their back in games, all that stuff. I think those are real goals of mine, just to be here with the boys and be in the moment with them when the time comes.
Who are you most excited to suit up with when that time comes?
If I'm honest, Sione and Masi. Those two guys. If I could share a game with them, that'll be literally like checking something off my bucket list. That's how much they've helped me out since being here. I just, like I said, I'm eternally grateful for them, to meet them, to be a part of what they're doing. Yeah, those two guys, they're on my list to play with.
It seems like there's like this group of young guys that kind of all came up together that are excited to play this season.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see what that does for you, like when the season starts going, like how you guys can incorporate what you already do onto that next level.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool to see a bunch of these Utah kids and then Crossroad Cup guys to go after it all at once. So.
Yeah. I'll even say another guy I'm really excited to play with, John Dupree and Jeremiah Noese. Those two guys right there. I know they've been working. They've had some downs. They have their ups, but I'm excited to suit up with those boys as well. So I'm excited to see it all come together. Like you said, really a young group of guys getting to show their talents and what they've been working on for the past years. Everybody wants to be at this level. I know everybody's been working for the past years just to be here in the moment, have a chance to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
What do you think people need to know about you? What do you think that Utah fans need to know about you that you're like stoked to experience?
Okay. So I think things you need to know about me that I'm most stoked about. One, just getting to interact with the fans at the games. I got to be there last year in the stands at the home games and get to experience that. But actually being on the field and giving them what they want. I think you guys need to know that I'm here. I'm for the Warriors. I love the Warriors. I love the fans that come with the Warriors. The new fans coming to the Warriors. And that I'm here all 2024. And the work will definitely be put in to have good games to be at, I think.
What's the like standard celly that you're gonna throw out this year after getting a try? What are you doing? What's your go-to?
All right, so first try, I envision many tries here. If I'm honest, I envision many tries here. But the old classic, pop the ball up. I think that's like one I've been waiting to hit. I haven't hit that one ever since I was in college. I think I got to hit it like once. But just the old classic, right into the air and just celebrate with the boys. And everybody's just getting in on it. The whole team celebration. I don't know, but I may get creative this year. I may put some thought behind it.
Think on that one.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I should know about you that we should talk about?
Um, mm, um,
That sounds like you have something, but you're like, I don't know if I want to share it yet. I don't know that I'm ready to let everybody in on this part of my individual.
now, if I had to say, no, I don't think there's anything. I don't think that was me trying to pull something out of the hat, but no, I think what's here for me lies ahead, and that I'm ready. I'm ready to take on all my battles here, head on, head on.
With being a rising star, there's a lot of like pressure and pressure to perform. How do you think that you're going to feel and cope with that like new kind of pressure?
Just being me, if I'm honest. If I go out there, and just be me, who I am, I think all that pressure is just gonna flush away. Um, I like to say, I like to keep a mental note that I perform best under pressure. Um, but yeah, being a new rising star coming up, I think if I just go out there and be me all season long, it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be we're gonna do great things.
What are some long-term goals for you, like projecting out, 5, 6 years? What do you think, like, that dude's doing?
All right, so I have this goal. It's been a goal of mine for some years now, to make it to the 2028 Olympics. That's been a goal of mine. I want to get more into the seven scene. Coming into those years, of course. Um, and if I'm honest, I still want to be playing here if I can. If not here, I'll have to be literally at the top of the top already for me not to be playing here. I have to be a USA Eagle, not to be playing here like full time somewhere. That I just can't make it here. But long term goals, yeah, I think that's it right there. Make the Olympics, be here, and just continue to be me.
You'll be 30, 32, 33 when the World Cup is here in the United States, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'll be 33.
33. I mean, you would more than likely be a veteran if you were able to get onto that squad. Like, is that something that you think of or aspire to think about?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love to be an Eagle. To me, that's the top of the top. To me, that's ultimate goal right there. And making that 33 squad, that 2033 squad, and going into battle with those boys. By then, I think we're gonna do something very special. I believe, with the young talent coming up already. Plus, like I said, by that I'll be a veteran at that point, and I think those days to come, they're going to be something very, very special and very fun to watch.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? This camera, any one of these cameras? Give a shout out to somebody that you care about, that you love, or even an organization that is close to your heart.
All right. One, shout out my mom. I love you, Mom. I know you're going to be smiling when you see this. Two, shout out anyone who's ever taught me anything about rugby and about being a man. You guys really have shaped me a lot, I can say. Shout out to Norco College, Roosevelt High School, Eagle Rock. Ryan Mattias has been, a big help in my life. Shout out those guys. Nate, Big Dog. Shout out all the guys in Utah who's been nothing but good to me. Literally everyone. Shout out Warriors, up the walls for 2024.